And hello everybody. Today I'm going to talk to you about what at least might be considered a spiritual experience that I had during my childhood. Now, when I say might be, I mean obviously some of you might have your own views on whatever it could be, could have been. But I'm just going to tell you about what I know, and we'll go from there and see what happens. I was inspired by Morticia of the Fam with her ghostly experiences to pretty much make this video. Up until about 9 years ago, I used to live in the U.S. state of Indiana. And about 20 years ago from where we are right now, I used to live in this apartment complex just outside of Indianapolis somewhere. And this story, I mean, this is a story that's pretty much been it was really passed on by my parents, maybe some of my other family members over the years, because really, even though I'm the one who had this experience, I mean, considering how long ago it was, during pretty much my early childhood years, I mean, obviously this far out, I don't think I'll be able to really remember from my perspective. But my family would always tell me the same thing about this. About 20 years ago or so, when I had to be in the range of, only a year old, about 4 years old maybe. I was in an apartment complex. I think it was both my parents at the time. I don't know, I mean, things have happened between all of them, but from what I understand, they told me that somewhere outside this apartment complex we used to live in, there was a train track, and there was a little boy playing alongside of it, I guess. And from what I understand, it sounds like there was an incident involving that boy and that train. Now, as you would imagine, when you hear something like that, you could probably imagine something must not have gone right with that. And I can imagine something must have happened because I guess not long after this happened, or however long ago it happened between then and when my experience happened, but from what I understand, my parents had seen me as a kid, again, probably between 1 and 4. It was when I was a toddler. Well, I mean, obviously I wouldn't remember now if it was really that long ago. Play ball with some unseen person. Now, it could be my understanding that could be that kid that I was just talking about. And again, it could have been someone else, I don't know. But my parents would always say they hear me playing with this unseen person. Like maybe, I mean, you probably hear that kids have their own, like, imaginary friends or whatnot. So, obviously they might have thought that's what it was at one point. Until other things started happening, apparently, from things going missing to our oven at the time. The door from the oven would be open, and I can't remember if it was both the inside of the oven and the burners would be on all at the same time, or if it's just one. But they say that would be on too, and other weird things would happen. Now again, I don't recall this happening from my perspective. It's just, something I started hearing years down the line. But strange thing is, one of my relatives who lived in the area years later seemed to still get the same thing. And I think it was a completely different apartment. The things went missing and all that, and the oven and stuff would be on. Now, all this happening during my childhood, I don't know if it's because I was a child and naturally, spirits might be attached to children in some way, or if it's because I am somewhat religious. At least I did grow up in a Christian family, so I don't know if any of this, tied in with any of that at all, but, I don't know. I mean, it could be this that might have actually, sparked my interest in paranormal. I mean, I've been a ghost hunter for 10 years now. I mean, hence the name, so. So, yeah, I mean, I've had I think I've had other paranormal experiences over the years, but I guess this was the, experience that, I don't know, it sort of kicked something off for me, because, where I am now. I mean, investigated at least a dozen places over the last 10 years. One was a well-known haunted location. I don't know. I got mixed thoughts about this, but if you guys have any thoughts on my little experience, like, what do you think it could have been, all that stuff, like, feel free to leave your thoughts on my little childhood experience, and yeah, feel free to leave a comment and whatnot. Feel free to like if you enjoyed this little story time type thing, and yeah, let me know if you want to hear other stories that I might have, and I will see you in the next video.